It's off-putting.
You should be off-putting.
6! What happened to 7?
Just kidding.
Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry.
It stinks.
Hey, how you guys doing? We are gonna play some games tonight. I know I usually play with like a group of people, but I'm very crabby, and I don't want to be like crabby at people, so that it's easier to do this by myself thing. Yeah. So, we're gonna play Clanfolk, and it is a game that I am already familiar with. I play it in my off time. We're going to start a whole new one. I am using the testing version of Clanfolk. That's what I use in general. And I have settings I prefer because I play already. But I'm not good at it. So this is not a tutorial. It's just how one idiot fucks around with little Scottish people. So just be aware. There is no knowledge here. So, and I won't be doing an accent. If somebody has an overwhelming desire to give me a number for a seed, it can go up to like 10 numbers. So, let me know. But I have preferences for how I want things to look when I start. And that's not for no reason. That is so that I can have like a successful round. Because if you have to travel too far early on, it's gonna fuck you all up. At least if you play as well as I does. And maybe you should not. Maybe that's the answer to that riddle. You should not play as well as I does. Let's see if there's something. Here we go. We got no electricity, so let's get a candle on our kitty. Ow. Alright, let's hit the button and build a world and see what we're looking for here. Once again, I'm not good at this. Don't come in here and try to, like, yell at me and stuff. I'm not good at it. I like having fun. Okay, so this coloration thing here, this is, why can't I think of the word? Peat. So you can like farm it and stuff, but if it's too far away, then your heat and stuff is all fucked up. So because the peat and the water are in one place, but all the mountains are in a different place, I don't want this setup. So I'll hit the button again. And you're going to drop basically in the center, but near water. So if there's no water in the center, it'll adjust you. But like in this kind of a setup, it's hard to tell where it's going to drop you. Probably here-ish. But it could be over here too. Because I don't know exactly where center would be, and then, I'm sure it measures some distance. I don't love this one either. We're gonna just keep surfing until I find one I like. Since we don't have any suggestiones. Oh my god, my phone's blowing up. I'm sure it's CJ. It is. It's CJ, it's crazy talk. Okay. New map. Like I said, I need everything kind of hanging out somewhere around the middle. Sometimes you get like just like a really cool everything's dropped right in one place, set up that. No. Because I want peat, water, and mountains all in the same place. Because trees and like grasses grow basically everywhere. They're located together, but like you can make it around with what's hanging out anywhere. But that doesn't work for those other things. Yeah, I don't love this one either. I sometimes do this for a while, so I apologize if this is annoying to other people. But what I like to do. I like to find one that I think looks like I'll enjoy it. And I've done like numbers that mean something to me and all those things, and I haven't found like a map that I just really like, so I don't use the same one over and over again or anything, but one's closer to what I want. How you doing, Carrie? Thank you for coming. How's it going? No. One of these days I'm gonna find a map I like. I could work with this. You know what? No. I'm gonna let myself look a little longer. So if that annoys you, I'm sorry. Thank you. It's actually green, but it's super dark green. It's called Witch Please. It's like it's a super dark green. But my lighting isn't the brightest because my eyeballs don't like it. Like my um ring light is like I can touch it with my hand without moving really. Uh, but it's so but I turn it down because it's so bright and it hurts my eyeballs and makes my eyeballs mad. And what you don't want to do is you don't have balls problems live on a stream. So then everybody will talk about the lady whose balls had problems. So, for the sake of all of our sanity. Oh, me oh my. I am exhaustipated. It was been a stressful week this week at work. Which isn't shocking because anytime there's a holiday, like the fit hits the shan. Because we work in family law, so people get in fights about holidays and then they do crazy things like go pick a kid up when they're not supposed to or something like that. So like those things are, and then when you work for an attorney's office, all of those things have to like get written down and put in a file and all that shit. So even if like I forgot about that. So even though like we're not the cops or anything and we don't go like do something, we still have like to document all that shit. So it makes everything really crazy. And then sometimes we have to like when it's like a client or something, sometimes we have to file stuff and stuff like that. All right, 3 more. If I don't find one I like, I better take one of these 3. Terraforming. I don't hate this. I think I can work with this. All right, is there a Scottish name we prefer? I always have a bad time when I use McLaughlin. Bell, Boyd, Bruce, Buchanan, which is the brighter, hence the honor. Cameron, Campbell. I think that's like Calhoun, but I don't know what's up with the Q in there. I'm sure there's some pronunciation thing I don't understand. Coman, Craig, live for God and you will have life. Douglas, never behind. Okay, I'm better now. Duncan, learn to suffer. That is taking front seat for right now. Elliot, boldly, rightly. Farquhardson, by faith and fortitude. Sweeter after difficulties. Well then. Grace, me guide. I am ready. Fraser of Lovat. Gordon Biden. I don't know what that means. Graham, forget not. Grant, stand fast, stand sure. Anchor fast, anchor. Either peace or war. I guess you're right. Hunter, I have completed the course. That is silly. You know what? Let's go Star Trekking. Do McAllister, which means boldly. And let's do the McAllister twins. They won't be twins, but they're siblings. And we'll let them grow up. And we'll marry them both. And then we'll let him have a girl and her have a boy. And then we'll level them up one so that they're not babies, because it's a pain in the fucking ass. This one really hates gathering. I'm going to re-roll that because gathering is super important. I'm going to re-roll that kid too. They can both be just like things that don't matter. Intimidation and repair. Perfect. And then I get myself 4 of both kinds of food, so that way I don't have to worry about starving immediately. So this game's going to be kind of slow. It just is. And that's okay. And I don't run it on fast because I don't really like running games on fast. Because I am playing a chill game for a fucking reason. So I can get like a couple cats. I get a dog. Wait, I couldn't get both cats. I can get a girl cat and hope for kittens. That usually will happen. I can get a couple chickens. But the chickens will get killed by a fox eventually if I don't. You know what? Let's do chickens, because chickens we can make food with, although I'm really bad at that as well. And then we'll go ahead and start, I guess. And all right. Okay, we'll see where we end up based on how things work out. So one of the keys is that you're not supposed to let this task list get above 100, because they get overwhelmed and then it fucks you all up. I'm terrible at that. Like, just straight up terrible at it. So don't start thinking for a minute that I think I'm good at this. I'm not. And I like this for where we'll live, because then we don't have to build interior walls. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make storage, like food storage here, and then we'll put like the cooking and stuff here, and then the room will be here, so I can put the bathroom in here, because you have to have naked ground to build the turlet when we have the ability to do so. So then we want to figure out where to put the wash zone. It doesn't matter right this minute where it is, because we can move it later on. But we can do picking up some stones so that the edge of the thing is clear. But see, I'm already at 78 because I have no self-control. Ingredients. This is going to be like most of your storage. I tend to put it outside and then just manage the stuff that needs to be inside by putting it inside rather than making the whole thing inside just to protect it. And then I will build a roof over it eventually, but it is not primary, and this game is very much a prioritization game and making sure you like don't overwhelm your people while doing it. And then we're going to build us a temporary sleep zone. And I like to build a couple extra beds just in case, because I don't know if, like, they get moody, and I don't know for sure if where they sleep affects that, so I try to give them a little bit of space where they can kind of move around. So, oh my god, the cat's doing nutty things. She never, never. Alright, let's pick some sticks up as well. Work zone? You crazy bastards. Heads. Heads. Drink. 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 And then branch pile. So then you start to get these kinds of things to store stuff in, and that shrinks down the amount of space that stuff takes up. The first time around, I make one more than what I set it to. And the reason for that is that when you make them all at once, they all break at once, basically. So instead, I make one more. It slows it down breaking, gives me time to catch up if we start to run behind. And then I can always check and see it says inventory 0 of 4. But now there's 1 of 4. So I can always look and see how many we have and tell it to build more. But it'll also, once it drops down to 3, they'll build more, but you need them to get to building. So it doesn't always happen right away. So that's part of the reason that sometimes I'll tell them to build more earlier. That's also why I build over and give it time so that they have time to build another. And I never use the thresher, so I just kind of stick it somewhere. Like, on rare occasion in a pickle, I'll use it a little bit, but it's just not my cuppa. But I don't like little blue things, so I will regularly clear things. Or sit and wait for something to be able to be built. Like, for space to be made or whatever I need to do, so that I can clear the blue thing. I always just clear them. It's just me. Cooking. Like I told you, we're gonna put this shit over here. So let's do gather stones. I think we need more of this space. More ingredient space, she says. Okay. So those are just eels that we catch and then the people can eat. Yeah, see, like this one kid wants to sleep up here, and the parents are sleeping. So I don't know. I'm not the boss of these people. They're just my little Scottish people. We're also on 12 times speed because it's nighttime, so if it seems like it's going faster all of a sudden, it is. But when morning takes over, it'll stop being. Yeah, there we go. Sunrise slows down. And it actually drops it down to 1 speed. That's a setting, though. So you don't have to have it do that, but I like it to do that. I put on a nausea patch because I think I might want to try a couple games that might make me sick. But it didn't stick to me, probably because it's gross out and hot and shit. So I had to put band-aids on it. So now there's this giant thing on the back of my head. It's ridiculous. But sometimes the hair gets stuck in it and I have to pop it out. Because it's not like attached to my head, it's attached to the. What's the band-aid? It's a weird feeling. I think I got them all though. All right. I don't know why it's so dark. I guess it's still sunrise. Stockpiles. Flammable blocker. Ta-da! There we go. And then we set that guy up. Auto haul. And then in the winter we'll turn it to keep lit so that it makes heat, but we don't need it lit all the time now. So as soon as this is done, we're gonna pop this in front of it because it will open up maybe the hammer or the axe. I don't remember. I don't know for sure what. It'll open up something. So as soon as this one's done, we'll pop this in front of it so that they'll make the hoe, which will open up the other thing. I'm not usually very efficient at this, but because I'm being watched, I am following the rules of how much time you should spend more and or how many things you should line up. I'm doing a better job. So so I think that's actually like proving that that's true and I'm an idiot. But that's okay. I'm allowed to be an idiot. I can be an idiot if I want to. You know what? There's no music playing. Did I turn it off for myself? Sound. Yeah, music. I was like, God, it's really quiet. Oh, it paused. Well, if they're not moving, what happened? So once it makes this hoe, then it's going to open up a new thing. And then we're going to pop that in, and we're going to pop that in front of the sickles so that we can open all of the things. Ugh. You know, I really don't like summer. It's hot. I just hate it. It's not quite even summer yet. Let's be real. It's actually middle of June when summer, but I'm not a summer person. But also, like, everybody gets really busy, and that's cool, because, like, you do you or whatever. But somehow, my house is really busy. Like, Travis has stuff to do, and it's like, you know, getting medical tests and stuff, but still, like, this isn't how I live my life, damn it. Like, I sit at home and am a badass bitch. But that's what I do with my time. Sheesh. 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 Let's rush through these 50 things. Oop. There goes the axe. Alright, sleeping straw, here we go. We're getting to the lap of fucking luxury up in this piece. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just let that go. Okay, that should be good enough. 7 spots and there's 6 people. Alright, through your trees. Alright, we're at 69. Nice. Oh, we're about to have an ad start. If you are subscribed, you will not get an ad. If you are not subscribed, thank you for sitting through the ads. It does help me make a little pennies. Not little penis, little pennies. Little pennies. Oh, this feels like I'm taking on a lot. Taking on the business here. Alright. Butcher block is gonna go right here. Animal bed. I got chickens, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Alright, these piles. I know what I stock up on, and also what I run out of space for. So if you're looking at me thinking that I'm doing crazy things, it's because I know what tends to be an issue for me. I'm not going to put a limit on snares. I don't really use them that much. I grab up a few so that I can throw them down in a pickle or in a moment when I'm like, that sounds interesting, but I don't really use them. Okay, we're at 130. I'm out of control again. Okay. Oh, let me keep doing it. I keep making things worse. Did I make walls? No, I didn't. We'll add on all the foods. It's supposed to just pick the stuff that has stuff available for it. So I like to just put a couple of everything that I think I have some of or will get some of and call it a day. Okay. What else do we have here? A weavery. Get thee to a weavery. Rock heap. This is going to be the one that's going to need the most space. And this will fill up and be empty, and fill up and be empty, and fill up and be empty. Okay. Now, meat rack. Two of them, because sometimes you get too many meats. Clear out the kale. Rest in peace, David Lynch. This music is pretty epic for the absolute dailiness. Dailiness? I don't know. The absolute nonsense I'm doing with is not in any way like epic. Okay, so here we go, yo. Here we go. Here's what we're gonna do is we need to. Are these idiots gonna land? We're gonna have to delete those. Okay, let's hope that works. I don't remember how many of those I need, because that's one of the objects that is in the newer round, and I'm not as good at recalling. Alright, we see you. Do your thing, guys. We'll knock down some more trees, because we need more logs. Oh, see, I've got us up to 143. Look at me, I'm out of fucking control. Alright, triple speed. Get these fucking things taken care of. Sarah's out of control again. Somebody fix my brain. It's stupid. Maybe that's the trouble, is that other people do that too. Maybe that's not just a Sarah problem, and that's like part of the game problem. Oh, I didn't take my meds tonight. Basketry. I hope you catch basketry. We're gonna make sure there's always at least 3 bows. Yeah, so we'll just let them run around like nuts while I take my medicine. Let's say the 3rd morning. Cool. Still plant more whatever that is in the water that we're digging up and will be planting. I forget words sometimes. I'm better at talking words with my fingers. Four of those. Ooh, stone roof. Good. Let's see here. We have the stone roof. Go ahead and just plop it down here where we know it has to be stone right this minute. It's gonna work, and that will also make it so that we can still cook food even box up on your bar up here. So I always have to grab it and do it myself. I like to organize things with like things. But the rationale behind how I really do it is just irrational. Because it's based on old versions of the game and shit, so. But it's where I look for the things, so I move them to where I look for them. And it decreases the amount of time I'm looking. We don't have branches. Branches, there we go. Make those the most important thing ever. Go pick up those fucking branches. Or I burn this place to the ground. Yeah, you could put like a always have 6 meat on it, but yeah, it just doesn't. It doesn't really flip my trigger. I just do little chunks of exclamation point places at a time. Maybe it'll pare me down over time. And then I'll be able to have them actually be efficient again. But I am down to 122 right now, so it's not like it's terrible. I'll take it. So messy. Just messy cannabis connoisseur. Ooh, bitchy woman, she gonna kick your ass. See, CJ's not here. She should be here to clip things like that. She's gonna have to go back and watch. I'm gonna have to tell her she's gotta go back and watch all of my videos she doesn't, or all of my streams she doesn't watch, so that she can clip my songs, because I'm not doing it. The dope. Okay, we're at 105. Let's do to the Hydrack. Keep trucking, my guys. We're doing stuff. Yeah. Okay, I can't select things. I have to, like, I have to calm my fucking jets. Okay, these can be straw, so I'm gonna let them be straw, and then I'm going to put a door on that side, and I'm actually going to close them off on the back. I don't usually close them off on the back. I usually make it so that everybody can get in and out of the same place, but I don't think that's necessary, because I'm going to put the door here for the cooking room. What do we got there? Duplicate of literally what I have on my head right now. That's funny. Alright. Let's get some shit done. Let's chop down some fucking trees real quick, too. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do. You kill them bunnies. I feel like it's unbright. My cataracts. Kidding. Yeah, my brightness is all the way up. Turn my UI up one. That seems so big. I have brighter nights on. Like, I don't know. It's me. Maybe it's because this fucking bright ass light's in my face. Or maybe it's my monitor. I don't know. We'll figure it out someday. And then I'll die. So, that's how things are gonna go. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Well, I don't want them to kill all the rabbits right away, but I do want the rabbits to die. For no reason, I just like to murder rabbits. Oh, dang. There's a deer. I also eat deer. Oh, I don't eat deer. That's gross. But most Scottish people do. Alright, so we have 57 of those at 43 rocks. So the next thing I need to do after I finish all this nonsense, just not going to do that right now, is rocks. But we're going to pick some food because that is still an issue. I just want to go about it a different way now. Seeing how full my shit is. Alright, I need a window, which we're gonna put there, only because that's a place I can stay right now. And the sooner the window is up, the sooner other things open up. So now this is somebody's life. Alright. There we go. So we're gonna let them work on their cooking and stuff. What's missing? Baskets. I'll build them when I feel like it. Who are you? How tame are you? Not very tame, but you're barely pregnant as well. Please don't eat my chicken. I think only the foxes eat chickens. And we're gonna throw a straw roof on those bad boys. Throw a straw door there. A straw door there. Throw straw walls up in this bitch. Alright, come on, summer 4 sunset. Actually, we just killed a bunch of stuff, so let's just turn off the food collection. And then, let's see, 39. Oh, these make 5 each. So let's go ahead and do bow. And then, what do we get here? Let's go ahead and gather all of this, all of this, all of this here, so that we can clean up right outside the door here. Let's see, look a lot. Yep, that's putting me at 200. So now we also need to make small chunks of this. Also, exclamation point. Alright, where are we at here? It's still summer 4 night. Come on, 12 times speed. Let's go faster. Faster. My hands. Oh, the eczema. The eczema. This is probably the wrong lotion to be using on this, but I use Five Below lotion at work, and it's fucking scented and stuff, and it still helps. Like, I don't even have bad eczema. That's the thing, is I know that other people have eczema that is far worse than this. But it's making me crazy still. Like, I'm no less crazy because other people also are driven crazy by the same thing. Alright, come on, guys. You forced me to do more nonsense. I can do that anytime. This rock situation's getting rough. Oh my god, and all this food. What the fuck? Most of it's not bad, but this overhang built here. Trying to bring you guys I'm here fucking it all 2. And then we make these things high priority because these are a 5. 10, 8. So that's, I do that with most of these, where I make them higher priority so they end up, so the stuff ends up there rather than in the pool. Ends up like actually sorted. Alright, chopping down trees, picking up logs, pooping in your heart. See? CJ's not here, so it didn't happen. It won't end up on the tape. I like calling anything a tape, too. 26, that's appropriate. What's over here? Here, buddy. Right. Now let's go ahead and clear some more stumps. 90. But that's not gonna save us from the fact that this is all locked. You know what, things are an emergency boost, that checks out. Trying to make this shit work. Got 30 stone. Ridiculous. Oh, wait. There's 31 more to pick up there. Just trucking along. Oh man, it's been hot here, and I don't adore it. Let me move my camera just a smidge because actually you can see my little people under there, and that will make a little bit of a difference for you guys. You can see my people, and then you can see my little pets. My animals. Let's see, do we have... Okay, this has to happen. That is high importance there. Let's drop those for a minute. Those. Because we have a lot of logs right now. Yeah, these do 1, 2, 300 each, and I only have 2 of them, so. I realize we only have 100, but like, we're good. We're good! Everything's good! Everything is badass! This cat is taming itself because we have meat for it to eat, so like the cats are coming in and stealing and becoming tame. That's a silly thing that's happening here. Yeah, see, this one's 23% tame. And it tamed its fucking self. Silly. That's silly. That's so silly. Oh, I do not want to work tomorrow, and it's gonna be a long, terrible day, and I'm just gonna throw myself in the river. It's gonna be so tedious all day. Ugh, I hate Fridays. I hate that. Oh, so there's only 8 of those. So let's go ahead and harvest those. Because clearly they're needed for the last things that we're doing. And then this needs branches. Okay, we do have branches. We have that! Hooray! Doo -doo -doo! Critter door. I needed that. Critter door. It's gonna be top priority right there. Because we need the chickens to be able to get inside. Doink, doink, vent. It is not yet necessary for those to be vented. But it will be, because it will be cold soon. Soon enough you shall be cold. Just frosty cold. All right. We're trucking here. I'm so impressed with myself. Only build where it needs building. That's what I always say. Oh, wait. This doesn't need... I don't know if I can turn off this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now at 150, because I'm a turd. Stone roof, but ow! Stone. Let's collect some right fucking here. Ta-da! I have an exclamation point of 42 things. It loves it when I have 66 things. Let's do that to that because we have that. Oh, look at! We build a sewing bench. And a simple workbench is built, so now everybody can have a full loot. And we can dig up Pete. Not a guy named Pete. Pete Moss. He's Elizabeth Moss's uncle. Damn it. That would make him a Scientologist, probably. At least if they talk about each other, acknowledge each other, because chances are you'd be an SP wants to be an SP. Get down with your bad selves. All right. Good God, y'all. This is so hard. 157. This is awful. Okay. Let it catch up, Sarah. Leave it alone. 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 My lips feel very dry. Oh, shit. Which is not surprising, because I actually had to put water in my hair earlier. Because it was like, where the fuck is my chapstick? There's usually one like right here, and it's not. What did I do with it? There it is. I mean, my desk is messy, but cheese and rice. These tend to rub off my long wear lipsticks, so if my lips start looking crazy, that'll be why. In fact, it's not great, but it isn't everywhere, at least. Because the problem is that then it smears and it ends up that I have whatever color lipstick like all over my face. And there are few places where that is an appropriate look. Alright, so I'm gonna break down this old little work zone and build like the nice work table. We got sunrise on summer 7. Okay, so let's see here. I'll pop a stone roof in your ass. And then that's 24 things. Okay, so Bongo Cat is this little guy right here. And that's just Bongo Cat. But the rest of this is Clanfolk, which they're like little Scottish people. They do get kilts, but I don't have any, so they're all in their skivvies. In their skivvies. But I'm not very good at this game, so just a heads up. So don't be surprised when I'm not good at this. Okay, there's some bunnies. Let's kill some of those. Kill you. Kill you. There we go. There's a few. What's up with you? Tomcat, tameness. 20-something. Alright, make some food, bros. Yeah, I mean, this kid has something. I guess his skivvies are just green and red. Maybe that's to tell you that that's not an adult. They can't have white underpants unless they are an adult. Is that commentary on children's cleanliness? Mayhap it is. I haven't even looked at their skills and moved things around. Like, these things they don't like. Why would I make them... I tend to move them to the bottom and then move them up later if I need them to do them. But I try to make the things they do and are good at the things that are at the top. And I'm gonna do this relatively quickly, even though, like, you could spend a long time on it. I like intimidation. I don't use that because I don't play that kind of a game. But I still pop it to the top and just move stuff around later. But this at least means that people are a little more efficient at the things that they want to do. But then you want to make sure that you have people who are like putting stuff away and those kinds of things, so you have to move some of those up. And like gathering is important because people want to eat. And like somebody needs to be cooking. Like this kid who has a one spot cooking maybe shouldn't be the one doing it. Somebody should be cleaning. There are a lot of people who like cleaning, but these two like it the most. Nobody hates it, so we're just going to move it up a little for a couple of them. And then, is there anything else that we absolutely... Building? Building is fine. I don't even care about repair, like that rarely even. Tailoring. Let's move this up a little. Let's move this one up a little. Alright, that looks like that's pretty good for now. We'll work on it. We'll work on it as things go on. Gather that clay, y'all. This is there. Oh, I'm not gonna move that either. Straw floor, stone bridge, charcoal kiln, rock wall. Boop, 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 boop. Clay bin. It's easier to put the clay near where clay is. Doesn't take them nearly as long. I need them to make these things. Alright, we're down to 106. Good on us, but we have to chop down some treasels so that we have some fucking logs. That's what that word is. Logs. Logs. I am an expert speaker and streamer and just like overall really good at being a human. I'm great at this. Instrument rack. Put that in by where they sleep. Alright. And it is day 7, so I need somebody to plant some fucking reeds. It usually goes pretty fast, though. truck in here. Yeah, so Bongo Cat's just a stroke counter. And you earn clothes and stuff, so you can just make like these silly little different guys, and I love it, and it's so fun. And then I have like a public room, and I can just invite people. Like, I can invite you. And then you just sit on my desktop, and one of the most fun parts is that, like, I like to name people in my Steam. Like, I was talking shit to CJ one day, and I named her Fuckface. And she's been Fuckface for, like, 9 years or something. But on Bongo Cat, instead of number, you don't see their number, you just see their name down there. And hers says Fuckface. Because that's what she's called. So, I adore it. And it's absolutely free. So, I think there are, purchasable things. But, I mean, it's 2026. When are there not? The music got real serial. How about we get a little less depressing here, guys? Are we eating? Are we almost out of food? We're hungry. Okay, we're hungry. So tomorrow, we're gonna gather some berries. Ta-da! 35 things to do immediately when you wake up in the morning. 35 ways to kick someone in the arse. Come on, move faster. Come on, nighttime. This kind of game, like, if I'm not watching something, which obviously I can't be doing while I'm streaming, this is the kind of game that I accidentally get too high doing, because I sit here and wait, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna hit this. And then I do that 3 or 4 dozen times, and all of a sudden, it's tomorrow. So, that's how that works. You guys, what are you doing? Praying? Oh, you're... Got up in the morning to play flute. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Yes, I did say that. And I feel no shame for the flute joke. Where did I put the serving basket? Where is it? Like, I never made one? It's weird. There we go, now we can harvest wheat. We're gonna need these, forgot the word again. Parts of trees. What's the word for it? Logs. That's the ones. Okay. Get some rocks, get some logs, get some fucking berries. Where are some other things I can mark for death? Deers. I will also be killing foxes and wolves. Those are a pain in my ass. So... that's just the way it is. kill one girl deer, because there's a lot of them right now. Well, we'll give them two. There's only one right now. I don't usually kill them because of the rate at which one dies versus the one is born, but when there's that many of them, I don't know that it matters. And I don't know what happens if all the animals get killed, but I'd like to turn them up because I like there to be animals everywhere. Mostly because I like to pretend that this is some sort of fantastical world, because I like to believe that Scotland is a fantastical world. Okay. 112. We got back down to normal again. I focused up there though, because I was making trouble. Okay, let's go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh with some stuff. Alright, we need one of those. Because I don't like to be behind. Oh, we're good there. Okay. Right. This music is so like, I don't know, it feels like Scottish Back to the Future. We're gonna go to curtain because I want this room heated too. Now that's gonna put a lot on this, but we are going to dig into the mountain and build heat into the mountain, but that takes time, and I don't know if we'll get there, but probably, let's be real, we are unlikely to get there tonight, but that does not mean that all is lost. Summer 8 evening. I also am known to occasionally wipe. So, just a heads up. I'm not going to pretend for a single moment that that's not on the table. I could, in fact, wipe. Once they start starving to death in the winter, you're fucked. There's those. Gotta plant reeds. And then I'll worry about figuring out how to manage. There. Oh my god, there's even eels. Okay, let's take the eel out of the equation here. Good god. Alright, nighttime. Did I mention I don't want to work tomorrow? I absolutely don't want to work tomorrow. sunrise, that's why it's slowed down. Greatly lowered productivity. Once it takes care of the little bit of planting and drops it down, we'll be fine. It's just gonna be pissed off for a few minutes. But guess what? I'm kind of pissed off for a few minutes too. Ugh, I'm exhausted. Having a day job is bullshit. And my job is like hella emotionally taxing sometimes. It's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Oh. Alright, let's give us some mushrooms. Mushrooms! Glad no Scottish people aren't allergic. That would be terrible for them. You gonna starve because you're allergic to mushrooms? I'd be like, well, I'm just gonna have a fucked up face. Actually, I don't know what would happen if I ate a whole lot of them. I'd probably start puking or something. I don't know. I've never, like, since I've had reactions to them, I've never eaten like a lot. It increased over time. I used to eat mushrooms all the time. They were like my favorite food. And then I started breaking out over time. Made me very sick a couple times. After a while, I don't know what I just did, but it wasn't what I thought I was doing. Let's do more peat moss, because I feel like that payoff in the long run is going to be better, and that is one of the things that has to be under a roof. So that is also an important note about the peat moss. One of the things you can do is build a roof, or you can carve into the mountain and make a place to put it, which is what I'm actually going to do. I'll make this little room here, the peat moss room. I'm just going to put a bunch of peat moss holders. Textile basket. Want that by the textiles. Ta-da! Look at how good I am at this. Basically an expert. Which is pretty awesome, I must say. I feel like there's a cat hair on my nose that's driving me crazy. You know what? It feels like it's here. There was one. And it was moving around. Well, that mustached guy was just waiting for a reason to carve into this mountain. It was like, say less. And then we're gonna build like a thing here. That'll be a little heater. We'll go in there. And that helps. And then this, I'm gonna build in here. And then it's easier for me to build it and then visualize where the ceiling will cave and cancel those boxes. I think that should be okay. I wonder if I should do this. 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3. No, I have to do along this level too. No, I don't. No, I don't. I think that's okay. I don't even. This might even be okay, but I think this is safe. No. We'll see. I'm at 173 like an asshole. Let's go ahead and turn off. Oops, nope. 2. 2. On to 150. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Let's get rid of these 9 stumps first so that that's off the table. Also, those 3 little things. And let's make those vents. And this fucking charcoal kiln. Storage basket spot. Let's put the basket spot. Oh, right there. Vents, wall. Alright, we're down to 135. See, I'm trucking. And this will seem absurd, but it's not. I want 200 charcoal at a time, and it's just not reasonable, but that's what I want it to be. That I have 200 charcoal at any given time. Charcoal is made from clay? What does charcoal come out of? Yeah, clay. I mean, it's branches too, but that's not how my brain works. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted branches. I was wondering why it was highlighting that part. Like a lute or something. vacancy sign. That's one of the things I've been waiting for. Not that we need the vacancy sign, but once the vacancy sign is built, we will also be able to build trader, and the trader will come in and bring us stuff. Trade rift out. Okay. Beautiful. Chop down a bunch of trees. We're trucking right now. Ugh, I know this is exactly what I said we weren't supposed to be doing, but it's what we're doing, damn it. My mood changed. And thus with it, my entire strategy. Also, pick those berries. So tomorrow starts autumn, which means it's gonna start being cold. And I haven't done the moon yet, so it's loss. Right now, Stonewood is my best bet, but that's still not a good bet. So, I don't know. I guess. No. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to make that be top priority in the morning. Get rid of those. Then we'll run along this edge here and get a bunch of hay, straw, whatever the fuck it's called. And we'll litter the roof with it. Fingers crossed. I don't know if that'll work, but we're gonna try it. Alright, let's truck. Let's get the move on. The move on. The only good thing about working Friday is that I don't have to be there till 8. And I think I forgot to do something. So I think I need to go in a little earlier, and that's really fucking annoying. That's the only benefit of the day. Damn it, some of them bitch. We'll just let him build one for right now, because then it's gonna open like the double. And oh, we need to build a vent into here. We don't have a heat sensitive vent right now, so we're just gonna build a regular one, but this should be a safe spot for it. We can upgrade in a little while. It's not falling in. No, it didn't. Look at me. What make Scottish people mad? Curtain. Let's get straw. Do that. Peat stack. That's exactly what I was waiting for. Peat. 4. Rotate. 5. That looks great. More than that. Don't need that. Double bed. Told you that shit was coming. Double bed. Double bed. Alright, I may build more like rooms later. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. Okay, there's those. Let's go ahead and clear out up here. I know this is not the ideal way to do any of this, but we're gonna do what we can to fix this living arrangement so that our people don't die. We still might fail. Anything's possible. It'd be more surprising if we didn't die, as a matter of fact. Okay, we're looking at 778 for straw right now. Still a little more to go. 200 logs. Yeah. We have 39 large rocks. I don't know if that's enough. Let's go ahead and do 2 rows of straw roof as an emergency. We're also gonna there's the other side. Get ourselves some more straw without having to replant for next year right away, because we have enough here that next year we can start here plant. We can do it. So that autumn one night. Oh my god, just fucking go. Finish night. I wish there was like a speed through night button. There's not. More duplicates. We'll be able to trade those in soon and get something interesting, nifty, and cool. We're at 212. This needs to stop surging. Go cut down what's there. Turn that down a little. Turn this up a little because we're running out of one and not the other. Things are different this round. I don't know why. The schmucks in my hair. Alright, there we go. I just told it to make a bunch of them. We'll see if it works. Yeah, very well might not. You might tell me to go fuck myself. And what I do in my spare time is none of its fucking business, so... $200. You know what? We're gonna turn off these. These are just rough to get to. Turn them off. There we go. By the time we get over here, they might come back this way. Okay, so there's tons of this now. We're at 175. And now it is raining, which is bad. It's only bad because our stuff's open. And it's not that bad. So. I'm not interested in waiting right now. So instead, I'm just gonna lay this roof down and I'll speed it up chunk by chunk. I'll make a little exclamation point chunk by chunk. It'll be fine. We're getting there. Turn that up to 10. We're at 200 now. How much of it is hauling? 133 of it is hauling. So we are not going to panic right now about how many things there are, because we can engage hauling shortly here. Like, we can fix that. Okay, and that's... So we need a wall. That fix it? That'll fix it. Do they walk? Yeah, they could absolutely walk through stuff. Okay. 2:13, not bad. Getting there. It's evening. Come on, close up our house. It holds 6 foods. So cute. I'm sorry, chickens. They just skipped your part on purpose to shit on the chickens. Alright, sun's setting. I'm gonna run into the kitchen and grab my sandwich, because I ate half of it earlier, and the other half's in the fridge. When I ate the first half of it earlier, I had to share it with a cat. So let's see if I can eat this one alone. And yes, it's a giant sandwich. It was mostly bread. Whoop. So, it was good. Mm. It's also got American cheese on it, which is kind of meh. Oh. No, cat is here. Yeah. To get his shelf up. Come here, my guy. Here, over here. I knew he was gonna show up. He's a mooch. Here. But he also likes to act like he's afraid of me because I give him medicine sometimes. Good. I'm not bothering myself to give you something you shouldn't have. Oh, there you are. All of a sudden you want to get up in this chair? Come here. Come here. Here. What? You took it. This cat wants to eat this bunny. Don't look at me and lick your lips. I never get landed next to like the really good mushroom spot. There's always some, but not. Or there'll be like. Can't find one right now. But there'll be sections where like every tree has mushrooms. I think down here is mushroomier. Yeah, see? Yeah, maybe this one just doesn't have one. One more piece. I'm gonna rest it. If you want it, you're gonna bite it. You make it work for it. I watch inhales and people who. Oh, yeah. My chicken laid an egg. Bird in my house. Okay, that's it. Watching me like a hawk. This is the part of the sandwich where I take it apart. She recognizes because I do this with everything. Don't need the American cheese at the end. Tell you what, I'll let you have a little piece of both meats since I didn't let you have any ham. And then you leave me alone. Does that sound good? No? There you go. I'm the boss. I'm absolutely the boss around here, Papa. Okay. 196. $127 of installing. So like one of the things you can do with that is you can like highlight all of that straw and make it high priority to move it. I can highlight a bunch of rocks. And then they'll get moved over here. sounds moister. Oh, I think I might be hearing the cooking, thinking it sounds like water running. Okay, build the roof on the rest of that, and then we're enclosed. Okay, we have to do a little bit because we need clay to build this post here, and I'm sure it'll come up at bells and gates with this. The kiln, which actually is of the highest priority right now. Forgot that we don't have any water. All right. There's that. What are you? Sort of tame. I don't know if twine is a textile. Does anyone know if twine's a textile? Go in the textile bin. They're not built yet, so. $250 clay. Oh, that's why it seems so slow, is because I turned up the speed after nighttime. Like, why are they all so fucking lethargic? Hauling's down to 98, so that's good. We've made progress. We've made progress. Boop, 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 boop. Progress. Oh, and then candy over here. Pretty annoying. You like watch him close up, but oh, he's dying. Yeah, what's he dying from? No fun? No sleep? I don't know. I think he's gonna die though. Yeah, I don't actually understand why he's dying. This is one of the problems I have sometimes. Like kid brain sleeping outside. Why is he sleeping outside? Grouchy. Child whaler, blowout shame, entertained, filthy. Yeah, like why is he? No fun. No cleanliness. Well, why wouldn't he? Yeah, he just like, I don't know. I don't know what that was. That was weird. That looked like he was dying. And he weren't. I am what the kids call very fucking confused. So, feel free to join me. Let's put it there. Alright, let's move on here, guys. What can I eat lit? I don't know yet. Just the one thing as far as I can tell in this moment. So you also do it here. Put snares down. And you can also maybe kill one of them deers. Kill one of them deers. Maybe kill one of them deers there. How about this? Doink. 8. Go kill some rabbits, somebody. I do one of these numbers. Shoosh. Ta-da. Ugh. Did I mention I don't want to work tomorrow? I feel like it's a thing I keep thinking about. Kind of pissed that I have to. Not at anyone. At the universe. I'm pissed that working's a problem. Like, a thing I have to do. Buy my fucking books. So I can just do that. Because I get home from my stupid day job and I'm like, ugh. I can't even. And I can't work a job that doesn't matter. So I always end up working jobs with like secondhand trauma and shit. And that makes going home and working on pretend hard. Some days it's harder than others, but it's hard. Harvest Pete. Poor Pete. He's just trying to live his life. Oh, good lord, now we need more rocks again. Jug pallet. My monitor sometimes flickers. There's nothing wrong with it that I can figure out. But it just did it. So if I ever just like pause and look over, it's because I'm waiting for this monitor to turn back on. There we go. Let's get some mushies in these people. Oh no. Ta-da! Another long night to watch little Scottish people be Scottish. And little. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Always checking for spiders. Just train those up for repair because there is somebody who has the repair skill and apparently likes repairing, so they can repair those. New baby chicken! I'm gonna eat you. Pick up that egg! Right away! Please go pick up that egg! Please go pick up that egg before it gets fertilized. Don't piss me off. Alright. Now we're getting the temperature to go up. Isn't that exciting? I mean, it's summer here, so, well, it's late spring here, so it would be great for me, but it's good for these guys. I'm about to get fucking wintry ass cold. Well, it's not about to yet. 5 days. Yep, you can put Twilight in the textiles bucket, so that's good. Alright, an extra sickle. But to be won over, like I said. Kill some stuff, cut it up. Box. That is the threat. We will still use the hide of a fox. I don't think we eat it, but we might eat it. We need more than I think we need. 15 sounds okay. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run into the bathroom, use the restroom. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna go into the kitchen, and I'm gonna get something with sugar in it. And I will be right back, so I'm just gonna mute my mic. First thing I found was an ice cream Snickers, so I got an ice cream Snickers. I'm still streaming, Travis. The cat is being a nut or two. Bog iron crusher. Clothing baskets. I'm running out of room. Let's just toss the clothing over there. I know how to do it in my real life too. I just want to make a cloak. But we need like a ton of hide. Oh, we have 104. So we'll be able to make some cloaks. Where's mushrooms? I thought it was a fox. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what. I'm having a lot of fun. And honestly, I think I'm staying more focused than I usually am at like keeping it closer to 100 like you're supposed to. And in my defense, 100 of that is fucking hauling, which is a side effect. Anyway, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna save here, and this is gonna be live stream.